The Seven Wonders of the Ancient World by Margarita Larouvardière and Erika Gerson. The Seven Wonders of Ancient World is a list of remarkable constructions of classical antiquity, given by various authors in guidebooks or poems popular among ancient Hellenic tourists. The list, in its current form, did not stabilize until the Renaissance. The first such a list of seven wonders date from the 1st to 2nd century before Christ.
The Great Pyramid of Giza it was constructed by the Egyptians in the Giza necropolis, Egypt in approximately the 2500 BC. The pyramid is thought to have been built as a tomb for the 4th dynasty Egyptian pharaoh Khufu. It contains three main chambers, the Queen Chamber, the Grand Gallery, and the King Chamber, which has two air shafts connecting it with the outside world. The Pyramid of Khufu was selected as a wonder of the ancient world because it is the extraordinary testimony of the human genius. It was enormous and impressive considering the epoch. Even nowadays, it remains one of the biggest human constructions, and it is the last of the seven wonders of the ancient world still standing.
The second wonder is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Its date of construction is circa 600 before Christ. Its current location is Hilla or Nineveh, Iraq. The builders were the Babylonians or the Assyrians. The date of destruction is after 1st century Anno Domini, and the cause of the destruction is still unknown.
The third wonder of the ancient world was the Temple of Artemis. It was built at Ephesus near Selçuk, Turkey by the Greeks in 550 BC and rebuilt in 323 BC by the Lydians. It was a Greek temple dedicated to the ancient world local fort of the goddess Artemis. The Temple of Artemis was selected as a wonder because Ephesus was famous in the antiquity of its cult for Artemis in a temple. That magnificence permitted to make it classified among the seven wonders of the ancient world. This temple was besides one of the most pan-Hellenic crowned sanctuaries. It was completely rebuilt twice because the first time was destroyed after a devastating flood, and 300 years after it was destroyed as an act of arson.
The fourth wonder is the Statue of Babylon. The date of construction of the temple was 466 to 456 before Christ, and the date of construction of the statue was 435 before Christ. Its current location is Olympia, Greece, and the builders were Greeks. The date of destruction is from the 5th to the 6th century Anno Domini. The cause of destruction was disassembled and reassembled at Constantinople, and later was destroyed by fire.
The mausoleum at Halicarnassus is also called a tomb of Mausolees. It was a tomb built between 353 and 350 BC in Halicarnassus in the present Buyurun, Turkey by Mausolees. The design combined elements from the Egyptian, Greek, and local arts as they appropriate for the tomb of a satrap of Hellenized province of the Persian Empire. However, it was used to serve the political needs of an extremely ambitious queen. The Temple of Artemis was selected as a wonder because Ephesus was famous in the antiquity for its cult for Artemis in a temple. This temple was beside one of the most pan-Hellenic crowned sanctuaries. It was destroyed by continuous earthquakes from the 12th to the 15th century.
Colossus of Rhodes. The date of construction is 292 to 280 before Christ. Its current location is Rhodes, Greece. The builders are Greeks. The date of destruction is 226 before Christ. The cause of destruction is the 226 before Christ earthquake, which affected the island of Rhodes, Greece, is famous for having toppled the large statue known as the Colossus of Rhodes. Following the earthquake, the statue lay in place for nearly 8 centuries before being sold off by invaders.
The Lighthouse of Alexandria, sometimes called the Pharos of Alexandria, was a lighthouse built by the Ptolemaic kingdom during the reign of Ptolemy II Philadelphus in 282–247 BC, after the death of Alexander the Great. The Lighthouse of Alexandria is an important height, and its exemplary robustness made the Lighthouse of Alexandria unique. Indeed, it was exposed to a strong wind coming from the sea. That is why it should be naturally resistant enough. This edifice is the symbol of the technician exploits shown by the Egyptians. Furthermore, it was one of the first lighthouses in the world. Some French archaeologists rediscovered the physical remains of the lighthouse in late 1994 on the floor of Alexandria's Eastern Harbor. The idea of the Seven Wonders can be traced to a Hellenistic acknowledgement of transcultural human achievement that found expression through the Hellenistic world. For thousands of years, the Seven Wonders have inspired humankind as the representative words symbolic of the Greek civilization of antiquity.